Good morning and welcome to Barbara's Bulletin. I'm your host, Barbara. Today, we're going to delve into a complex and sensitive topic that has been unfolding in the Middle East, particularly in Yemen. The situation in Yemen is multifaceted, with various factions vying for power and external influences playing significant roles. As always, our goal here is to provide you with a balanced view of the events as they unfold. The story begins with the recent escalation of violence between the Iran-backed Houthis and their adversaries, including a significant drone attack on the Israeli resort city of Eilat. This attack not only underscores the reach and capabilities of the Houthi forces, but also highlights the deepening conflict in the region. The Houthis claim these actions are in solidarity with Palestinians, adding another layer to the already intricate web of alliances and rivalries. A crucial development in this narrative is the stance taken by al-Zubaidi, the leader of the Southern Transitional Council, STC, who has been advocating for a two-state solution for Yemen. This proposition is based on the historical division between the north and south of Yemen, which were separate entities until they unified in 1990. Al-Zubaidi argues that recognizing this division could be the key to stability, given the current military and economic realities on the ground. It's essential to consider the context in which such a proposal is being made. The civil war in Yemen has led to one of the world's worst humanitarian crises, with millions displaced and a significant portion of the population in dire need of aid. The international community, including the United Nations, has traditionally supported a unified Yemen, but the STC's push for separation reflects the frustration and desperation felt by many in the face of ongoing conflict and external interventions. The situation is further complicated by the involvement of regional powers such as Saudi Arabia and Iran, each with their own interests and agendas. The recent bombing campaigns, including those conducted by the United States and Israel against Houthi targets, have not shown significant signs of destabilizing the Houthi leadership, which remains deeply entrenched. As we explore this complex landscape, it's crucial to acknowledge the diverse perspectives and interests at play. While some argue that a two-state solution could provide a pathway to stability, others see it as a fragmentation that could exacerbate existing tensions and create new challenges for regional security. In our ongoing effort to bring you comprehensive coverage of global events, we will continue to monitor developments in Yemen and the broader Middle East. We strive to provide a platform for diverse voices and viewpoints, recognizing that understanding is key to navigating these complex issues. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Stay tuned for in-depth analysis and updates from around the world. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're glad you're joining us again for another exciting segment. Today, we're diving into a critical issue that affects global security and international relations. Our focus is on the Arctic region, where Canada's vulnerability has raised concerns about its ability to deter Russian probing and infiltration. As we explore this story, it's essential to understand the complexities of the situation. On one hand, Russia has been increasing its military presence in the Arctic with a fleet of nuclear-powered submarines, destroyer-class combatant ships, strategic bombers, hypersonic missiles, and a world-leading collection of icebreakers. This buildup has prompted Canada to reassess its defense strategies and consider new investments in defensive capabilities. On the other hand, Canada's current defense readiness is a topic of debate, with only 12 instances of Royal Canadian Air Force and U.S. Air Force jets scrambling to address Russian aircraft flying close to North American airspace last year. Some argue that Canada lacks the necessary resources to credibly deter Russian aggression. The North Warning System, a radar system used by NORAD, has been criticized for its limitations in detecting and tracking aerial threats. To address these concerns, experts have proposed various solutions, including the deployment of a hybrid air fleet, multi-domain surveillance networks, seabed sensors, and mobile missile units. Additionally, there have been discussions about acquiring aircraft like the E-7 Wedgetail to enhance Arctic domain awareness. It's crucial to acknowledge that Canada is not alone in this challenge. The United States, through its Golden Dome initiative, aims to establish a robust aerospace defense system for North America. Canada's participation in this effort could provide an opportunity for cooperation and mutual benefit. As we consider the implications of this story, it's essential to remain neutral and avoid taking a biased stance. The situation is complex, with multiple factors at play. By examining the facts and proposed solutions, we can gain a deeper understanding of the issues at hand. In conclusion, the Arctic region has become a critical area of focus for global security, with Canada's vulnerability raising concerns about its ability to deter Russian aggression. As we continue to monitor developments in this region, it's essential to prioritize fairness, balance, and accuracy in our reporting. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we wrap up today's show, I'd like to bring your attention to a developing story that's been making headlines around the world. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has taken center stage at the United Nations General Assembly, with leaders from both sides presenting their cases to the international community. According to reports, Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas is set to address the assembly, following a series of speeches by other world leaders, including French President Emmanuel Macron and U.S. President Donald Trump. Abbas is expected to speak about the recognition of Palestine as a sovereign state, a move that has been gaining traction in recent weeks, with several European countries announcing their support. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been facing criticism for his government's handling of the Gaza conflict, with many accusing him of war crimes and human rights abuses. The International Criminal Court has issued a warrant for Netanyahu's arrest, although Israel rejects the court's jurisdiction. As the situation continues to unfold, it's clear that there are deeply held convictions on both sides of the conflict. While some argue that recognizing Palestine as a state is a necessary step towards peace, others believe that it will only serve to reward Hamas and encourage further violence. In an effort to broker a resolution, President Trump has presented a 21-point plan to end the Gaza war, which he discussed with Arab and Muslim leaders during his visit to the UN. However, the details of this plan have not been made public, and it remains to be seen whether it will gain traction. As we consider the complexities of this conflict, it's essential to approach the issue with empathy and understanding for all parties involved. It's crucial to recognize the legitimate concerns and aspirations of both Israelis and Palestinians, while also acknowledging the need for a peaceful and just resolution. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.